Hello and welcome back to my Sorcerer series. I'm going to jump right back in today. I think I'm going to be running some level 2 quests, even though at this point I've usually abandoned the harbour for the most part, with the exception of the waterworks quests. But I'm going to do some anyway, because they're some of my favourite quests in the game. We have our daily roll. Bad. Yeah, that's more like it. That's my usual roll. I'll take them now because I don't feel like holding on to them. Alright, so I'm gonna get horsed up. Make sure I grab the spell ingredients we need for some of our spells because I neglected the jump yesterday. And also I'd forgotten to equip the Barovian Scepter, not Barovian, sorry, the Scepter of Combustion I got from the Borderlands, which is a big improvement over what I was using. Cool. So for spell ingredients, level 1 spell ingredients, I think we'll have to head to the marketplace. Do I need anything for Night Shield? No, I don't. Might leave it for now. It's not that important that I get jump happening. Gonna go and do Dirk Deranged, Walk the Butcher's Path, Garrison's Missing Pack, do some classic harbour quests. We don't have a level 3 hireling though, I just realised, so sorry about that. I'm gonna backpedal. I'm going to be running it on Elite, so I'd like to have fairly good support. Also means I can get my spell ingredients, so I'll show you where to get those. Here we go. Alright, so, hireling. Oh, that's levels 4 to 6, of course. I'm really bad at remembering small details like that. Just go on autopilot. Probably fine, I can't get the spell ingredients either. Arcane Regent Vendor. And what do we need for jump? We need a pinch of fine sand. If you hit control on something, you can choose how much you want. I don't know if I've pointed that out in the past, but yes, I'm going to grab quite a lot of that. I would have all these ingredients in my reincarnation cache actually, I just realised, but that's okay. And we'll go visit the level 3 hireling vendor, which is down here. I usually only run the quests in the harbour that give me the most experience for the time spent. That does mean I neglect some quests that are actually really good and worth doing. But the point of this series was to show exactly how I run through my lives, and yeah, I'll omit them for that reason alone. The Bordery Cardamom arc is pretty good, there's some good quests in there. He's down near the shopkeeper on the wharf, but I don't bother doing that. There's also Stealth of Repossession. These are just quests that aren't quite as high in XP. There's a quest over here from a kobold needing you to find his dogs. Don't bother with that either. There's also, it's not Haunted Library, it's getting a Lost Tome or something, I can't remember. I usually don't do that one, so yes.
You have set
Finding it
foot
hard to
on
talk
the
today.
infamous Butcher's Path, a gauntlet that has inspired many grim tavern tales.
Oh, no, not the horse. Jump. Tree. And I will start smashing boxes because it gives you a nice XP increase if you smash a decent amount of boxes. Scales from like 8%, 10%, all the way up to 15% if you get most of them. Like I said yesterday, shamans at this level can be quite a problem, and that spell there you just saw where they obscure things, that's just a pain to deal with. It's good that we have this area of effect spell. Would also be nice to get my tumble working. I'm so used to shift and then sliding that I do it instinctively. What's that? Why not? I can sell that. You don't take fire damage. No. Good to remind myself sometimes. out of my skill set. Oof. Went surprisingly well. Oh, jeez. Having good luck today. As you can see, at this level, a meta magic buffed SOA is just devastating. It's really easy to run all these early quests on Elite when you're a Sorcerer and you make use of them. It's still pretty much easy all the way up to like level 12 where there seems to be a jump in difficulty. Then I start scaling some quests back to hard, and the really bad ones I stick to normal if I die in them every time. There aren't many of those, but there will be some quests I do that for. Cute. So obviously, if you haven't done this quest before, it's pretty much just killing as many things as you can on the way to the end. It's very easy. Is probably, I'd say the hardest level 2 harbour quest would be this one. Just for the sheer quantity of enemies, there's a greater chance of dying, but as you can see, it's really not hard as a Sorcerer.
Countless kobolds scratch and scurry.
These rooms scare me sometimes. Still got bad memories. Oh, it's stuck on the other side, that's annoying. Alright, I'll stop.
You wonder if underwater pipes might lead to further slaughter.
Something I forgot to point out yesterday is I use a lot of generated loot in my builds instead of farming for like the good equipment that drops at random quests. So what we're going to be looking for are items that boost combustion, which is how much damage your fire spells do. Items with fire lore, which increases the critical hit chance of your fire spells, as well as fortification items. They're useful for every build. That just decreases your chance of getting critically hit. Constitution items, of course, anything that buffs the ability scores we care about, charisma and stuff. Items that increase your evocation DCs, which are most fire spells. Just those kinds of things. Potency is good as well. Yeah. I think the enchantment's called Spell Mastery. That increases the DCs of all spells by a certain amount. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's something like that. Oh, is it spell? No, it's spell lore. Yes. Just waking up. Yes, hurt her, not me. Cool. That side area is very optional, it just gets you a nice amount of kills. Do I still have this buffed? No. As you can see, our spell points are still pretty healthy considering the amount of damage we've done so far. I think that just opens this side room. No, it's not a side room. We may as well do this because I've just cast those buffs, which is kind of annoying. And I think there's some oozes here. Yes. God damn it. I can't hurt you. That's when it's a good idea to hotbar an item you really don't care about, because then you can destroy it fighting oozes instead of your beloved staff or whatever you're using. Yeah, hotbar quarterstaff. Dirk the Deranged, there's a rare item, well not that rare, an item that drops called Muckbane, which doesn't take any damage from oozes, and I think it actually has an ability that causes more damage to oozes on it, Oozebane or something. So So that's worth picking up if it actually drops, because these things are really annoying. You can also find blue shine items, which don't take damage from rust or from oozes, I believe. Those are worth getting. Yeah, there's a whole lot of good generated loot out there that you should keep your eyes open for. If it's particularly good, then I hold on to it for reincarnation purposes. If it's just average, then I hold on to it until I can replace it. That death block level 1 item was quite a nice pull, because death block is necessary all the time in my opinion. Stay back. Oh, there's more oozes. Yeah, this is the mist. Doesn't really matter when you're casting spells, but it can be really annoying in melee. There's a spell later on in the game called Sleet Storm, and that's the bane of my existence. It's very common in the Tear of Dukan quest. It just makes me want to die. Falling over, blinded. It's horrible. Cool. Be careful you don't hit that rope, I do that a lot.
No easy feat.
Oof.
Even for the bravest of warriors.
Thank you. Alright. So, quest number 1 wrapped up. We'll be doing quite a few. I think each of these videos I'm going to keep to about 45 minutes. Seems like a comfortable medium for me. I might record 2 in one day. Impulse, that's force spell power. Don't want ones. Don't like robes of combat mastery. Resonance and lightning law, not important for us. No. Don't really want insight on a sorcerer, so I'm just going to take the heroic deeds, I think. God, I need my movement speed in public areas to be increased. The dialogue with this guy can be frustrating. Cool. Run that on Elite 2. I don't think there are any traps in here. If there were, I probably wouldn't remember myself playing this on Elite a lot. I'm going to want a gem bag, which you can pick up from Fitzpat, I was mentioning yesterday. I can't quite remember his location. I think he's in the harbour. These little details slip by, like I was saying.
You wish all these bones were a little cleaner. The air reeks of rotting meat.
I think Muckbane drops from an optional chest that I never bother doing. I might bother doing it this time around, or I might not. Just to show people where it is. I don't reckon I'm going to find this. My search skill is garbage. Oh, I stand corrected. Oh, that's right.
A troglodyte. It must be a hired henchman. Where there's one trog.
Run away like a coward. Nothing wrong with it. I really don't like dying in quests. I know that's obvious, but it can be very, very frustrating. Oh, God damn it. Not my apprentice
The
robes.
floors, walls, and ceiling drip with ooze. It quivers as you approach. Perhaps.
Luckily they're very slow. You do always have to deal with them eventually, unless you manage to climb a ladder or something, but there aren't any in this quest, so that's annoying. Doing a lot of damage actually. I have to deal with them. Because they're all grey oozes, none of my spells do anything. Actually, I don't think... no. Say maybe I could lock them in this room, but
stinks
that's not
a
going to be an
little
option.
less than the rest of this foul place. It's probably marked the lair of a prince among kobolds.
Alright, let's deal with this ooze problem. I might lose my life, but it's worth it. Oh no! If I have to punch these things with my fists, I will.
The second of the kobold chief brothers has been slain.
That was an inspirational dying quote there. Kobolds must stick together.
The rear section of the sewer has
I almost
been
feel like a bastard now. Spellcraft. Ah yes, I can feel what it's like to tumble, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Ah yes. Ooh. I recall you. Yes, your chest is heavily trapped, isn't it? I'm not gonna mess with that. Let's see if this lady's stronger than me. No. All good. That could very well be the room with the optional chest. Just so you know. What does this have on it? It's actually got potency on it, so it's not a bad item at all. In fact, for a level 1 item it's pretty good. It's just this scepter suits me slightly more. Now there's a very nasty fire trap around the corner when you pass through those pillars. So I usually send my hireling off to do something like open this valve here, and if she dies in the process then I don't go. Oh, she lived, but she's got more hit points than me. That would leave me with 1 hit point. Don't! Oh. They never know to heal themselves when it's necessary. Some do, some are really selfish with their spell points, but other ones will literally just let themselves die so that they can help you. Which I admire, but it's also quite annoying. Oop. Oof, ouch. So yeah, in killing these enemies I always prioritize killing the spellcasters first, because they're the meanest. What did I miss? I missed something. Can't believe I'm not doing this correctly. I've run this quest probably 50 times. Maybe we did need it, yeah. Okay. It only fires off once, that's nice. Thank you.
The bulging chest in this room could only belong to one of the kobold brothers you've heard so many secrets
Make sure I
about.
smash enough of these that I get a bonus before I kill the end guy. Ah, that was him.
The first of the kobold chief
God
brothers has been
damn it, Ethrin! Erethan. I could have set it to passive, but that's usually when they die on you. My god, what a good item. I'll equip it just because I can. Nothing? No. Right, second quest done. Death goggles of accuracy, no. Hallowed, no. Reinforced has got fortification on it. 50. Well, yeah. Nimble boots are feather falling. We get dex and feather falling. I don't want any of those items. I'm gonna go with the fortification item, even though it's way out of my my league at the moment. Hello, Garrison. Why not? Just admiring my goggles. That's better.
As you enter the sewer, Garrison calls from above. Be careful down there.
Ugh. No. Oh no, not the arrow trap. One day I'm gonna mock something for being really not deadly and it's gonna kill me. I just know it. I think fire shoots out from here. No. Must be a different quest. Yep. I love just slapping enemies to finish them off. Something so satisfying about it. I can hear the ooze noise. Oh no. Stand corrected. Oh, there he is. There he shows up. Thank you. I don't usually fear those spike traps, they're not too powerful, but they can surprise the hell out of me sometimes. Miss something? Yeah, you go pull that, that'll disable it. Thanks. It's pretty evil using them as guinea pigs, but I mean, you do pay for their services. Yeah, you did that too. Thanks. Feel like that was very unnecessary, but it's done now. God damn you. I've been saying that a lot today. Sorry if it offends anyone. Nearly missed you. I think we're pretty much at the end now. Ah, yes, it's this quest.
You notice a dim signal crystal above a lever on the far wall.
Yeah, where are those feather... oh, not feather falling. Where's that water-breathing ring? It's got to be exactly where they gave it to you. There is no risk of doing it without a water-breathing enhancement. I just do it.
And ripples spread across the water.
Gives you a whole minute 30. Good.
Metal grinds on metal, and ripples spread across the water.
It's a good time for those to disappear.
You leave the festering sewer water, only to be assailed by a pungent new scent.
Oh. Should have known. When in doubt. They've slowed me. Okay, what's my... I haven't got a single breakable bonus yet. I think I'll manage to get 8% from these three. Nope. Well, that's sad. I always get annoyed when that happens because it means I could have avoided walking around smashing everything the whole quest. Sweet. And there's no exit. Sometimes there's a rope at the end that lets you get out without having to wait 10 seconds, but not all of them. I have been neglecting my enhancement points for this video. I've got 2. Let's see what boosts are in the human tree. I think there's a spell power one somewhere in defenses as well. Spell power boost. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to get that just to invest in this tree at all, so may as well. It only costs 1 point. I always max out these 2 here. I like this because most of my spells, especially the ones I buff with metamagics, cost about that many points. So when you run out of spell points entirely, you'll still be able to use all of your incredibly powerful SLAs. It doesn't matter. Like, there's no problem running out of spell points unless you want buffs and stuff. It really doesn't matter. I'll stick that there. Get rid of that. Oh, I get 5 per rest. It's actually quite good. Haven't played human that much. Okay, sounds good to me. Now, what quest should I run next? There's got to be a few that I've missed out. I've missed out Garrison to start with. He usually gives... there's Fort, no, I've already got one. Hardy Belt of Tumble is good. Don't want the Surge. Cold, blah blah blah. Magical resistance. Acid resistance. Now I'll stick with the Hardy Belt. Alright, I think I know where I'm going next. Could run that haunted... no, the book retrieval quest, but that has a lot of electric traps in it from memory. And I want to be playing elites unless it's a level 3 quest, which I might scale down to hard. It depends what the quest is. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run over to down here, Cerulean Hills. There are 2 quests I ran in my last series. I like to do those. Also, don't need that, don't need that. Dodge and strength, no. No. I may as well equip that because I've got garbage on at the moment. That's not bad. Can't use it though. Oh no, it's permanently damaged! Probably don't need to summon this guy now, but I will anyway. And I'll find that robe. Yeah. So how many XP points? I need to get to 60k to reach the next level. Every time you level up, well, the first 3 times. First time it takes like 1.8 million XP to hit level 20. The second time it's 50% more, and then on the third time it's double. So it's basically like doing 2 first lives for the third life. You can get a tome that helps increase your XP. I've got that on my main character. I don't know if I'll bother with this one, although it can get quite painful to level.
This caravan has been looted. Judging from the debris, this happened quite recently.
See if I can rack up 10. Just for the... Oh, wrong button. Oh, rare encounter. Thank you. Gotta remember to use this. Usually when I have action boosts I don't remember to use them, which is half the reason I don't get them.
Into territory controlled by hostile Gruul tribe.
We'll risk it. It could go badly. I have died at the start of this quest on Elite before, but I'll remain confident. Yep. We got Featherfall, so we can avoid some of them, but that does mean we plummet straight into the heart of danger. Wizard over there that's scaring me. Oh no. He had a great opening and he chose to do nothing with it. Come back here. Wolves will trip the hell out of you. It is worth investing some points into balance for that very reason. What's that again? Listen. Yeah.
The Gruul tribe has transformed the 2 islands in the center of the river into a fortress. The orcs must be holding the captives at the very heart of the Somewhere atop the smaller island, a deep orc voice barks orders. It must be the orc commander directing his troops.
Damn. What are they doing? The AI of these orcs is just confusing me. You go kill that thing so I can get my chest. You know how enemies in this game have soul of this and soul of that? Well, I always find it quite funny when I'm running a quest called Lines of Supply at the end, towards the end of a heroic life. The boulders that you have to knock down have souls as well. It'll be like soul of evil, and it'll be on a boulder, and you have to wonder how that happens. I just love the randomness. Oof. Please heal me. Ah, yeah, just. That could have been bad. Thank you. Some enemies here that I tend to kill. I'm not sure why. Pretty happy with 250. I know it's because of the spell power boost, but I was gonna say you're not really fooling anyone with that hiding spot, but then I got attacked by a gang of wolves, so I suppose he succeeded. Look at him.
A crumpled figure lies inside a nearby cell. It must be one of the captives. Lies inside the nearby cell.
Damn. Termin's getting a beat down. You'll get to like that sound. Ooh, that's really good for this level.
You see a captive inside the nearby cell. Judging, you freed Lady Asdul and her bodyguards from the orcs.
Somebody's casting fireball at this level. Why are they just frozen in fear?
Gruul tribe's plan to ransom captives taken from the Cerulean
Trembling at the
Hills
sight
has
of
been
Termin.
ended.
Cool, that was quick. We'll run where there's smoke, and then I'd say that's enough for one episode. Pretty sure I'm approaching my 45-minute time.
The road continues east into territory controlled by hostile Gruul tribes.
I just have to kill them sometimes. Yeah. I've only just now realised how much I really hate this cosmetic item. That's far nicer.
caravan blocks the road to the west. Things look peaceful on the road to Nash's farm, but the hills echo with distant shouts.
Hey dog, sorry I'm gonna leave you here. Also, there's this quest I play, it's in Wayloon, around level 15, and you go into the sewers, I think it's called Friends in Low Places, and the first thing you get introduced to is this little dog, and I've never bothered to listen to the dialogue before, I always just nuked him upon entering, and I listened to it for the first time the other day, and it's talking about how the dog's grieving the death of his owner, and he's really sad, and now I feel like a bastard.
The Orc raiders have thrown up a cruel barricade to discourage any return.
Smash a few more of these. Thanks. See if we can reach him from here. Should be able to. I'm overloaded. I lost for a whole minute. This is what I get for being an idiot. Oh no, that one mistake has led to this. Yeah, stay here, right next to me. Yes! Sorry about that. I said sorries. Sorry about that. Oh, you're kidding me. You bastard. Come on, kill this thing. Now, I'll see if I've got anything that can help. No? It's a shame. Just fire. Fox is cunning. What's this at -2 again? No. Don't think she has any abilities that can help me. Too low a level. That's okay. Don't think there are too many more wizards in this. Oh! As I say that. remember never to do that again. That's what I get for mocking that orc. Ham. Go on, friend. You can do it.
Smoke rises in the distance. You'll need to act quickly to save Nash's house from the flames.
Okay, I'm gonna cower like an idiot now.
Angry orc cries bellow from behind the house. Flames
As long as I don't get made helpless again, we should be fine. Come on. You know what to do. Wait for him to cast, and then go and smack him. I could really use a heal, friend. Preferably more than that. Thank you. This is a close call, but I think we're going to do it. Yeah. You can kill that for me. Definitely need to buy some potions to avoid this happening in the future. Or it should kind of stop happening in general because the hirelings
The
get
local
better.
orcs will think twice before raiding another farmstead in the Cerulean Hills.
Could also help if we had high fortitude. No, I'm not. Oh, boy. Where's the nearest restaurant? Well, we might miss out on the end loot, that's annoying. Okay. We'll never know what could have been. So I'll hand this in and then I'll wrap up the video for today.
A dusty
Hope
caravan
it hasn't been
blocks
too
the
boring.
road to the west.
Dazed, gloves resistance, sturdy, balance corrosion, reflex tumble. What's this? Fire resistance? No. Sure. Okay, I'll recall, and I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Next time I'll probably run some of the waterworks. If not that, I'll start Tangleroot, which is one of my favourite early level quest packs. It's got 8 quests in a row, I think. All are pretty good XP as well. So, alright. Corrosive, repair, impulsive, sonic, swift. Why not? Alright, so anyway, thanks again. I'll see you soon.